If I come around, young boy, lose focus.
What is we doing? Yo, what is going on, YouTube? What's going on? All familiar? It's your boy Yali back again for another video, long awaited video. It's been a while, it's been a minute, I know. Long time no see, man, but I'm here making another video, coming back, and yeah, man, it's been a while. The boy done cut the curls all out. It's been a minute now, I'm not gonna lie. It's been probably like a month. Let's just go ahead and get into the video, man. As you guys can see from the title, this is a what do I normally call these? It's been so long, man. This is a low-key streetwear brands video. I got like about 9, 8, 10 few little low-key streetwear brands where ones that I've been coming across. Some are local, some are already high profile, and some are like, you know, mid or low tier profile. And this is just all hopes to put you guys on. If you and if you're not already put on, then my fault, you know what I'm saying. But overall, these are just some low-key streetwear brands that I've been low-key messing with, or that caught my eye in any sort of little way. So yeah, with that being said, if you guys don't mind, go ahead and hit the like button, share, subscribe, and hit the noti bell. You know, to get the algorithms booming. Also, if you guys want to follow the kid on anything, really, I'm not really on Twitter, but on Instagram and all that. Everything's gonna be in the description below. But with that being said, let's go ahead and get into the video. So I'm going to bring out my handy dandy phone. I feel like Blue's Clues when I say that. Like every other video, I don't have any particular order that I'm gonna showcase these brands. I'm just gonna go through them as I save them. Okay, so the first brand is called Reverse Dying. Reverse Dying. I came across these guys by a fellow IG person, IG influencer that I follow. I guess she got put on by modeling for them in a recent collection, or like last to recent collection. One of their hoodies, it basically implemented the Mercedes-Benz logo, but they put reverse instead of Mercedes, and they kind of flipped it into their own unique style, which caught my eye a lot. I've always been a fan of the Mercedes-Benz logo. I feel like it looks very, very clean, and to implement that into a hoodie, it was this like light faded blue hoodie with the white logo that was also a little faded as well. They really complemented each other very, very nicely in my opinion. So that automatically got me into the gate of Reverse Dying, and checked out their page. They got a lot of cool aesthetics, cool styles that complement everything well, and definitely goes with what's trending and hype right now. Not only that, but it also looks like there's a lot of quality behind their work. So Reverse Dying is definitely somebody to check out if you guys aren't hip already. I'm definitely going to be copying a few of their products soon. I know recently they just dropped a new collection where they implemented some like elongated jorts. They're also very distressed, which is cool. I know they were doing like a sports athleisure type collection as well. But yeah, Reverse Dying is definitely a brand worth checking out, and they offer a lot of cool stuff. That is the first clothing brand I wanted to talk about. Now let's go ahead and talk about the second one. Okay, so the second brand I am going to be talking about is called Sanity Forever. SANITY for EVA. That sounds weird, saying forever like that, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I got introduced to them. I don't know how. I think it just popped up into my advertising IG feed like most of these brands. But yeah, definitely caught my eye by this one hoodie, which goes by, I believe, Guardian Angel hoodie. I just really like the cream overall color of the hoodie, and the distinct graphic to it really reminds me of like some old school hip-hop 2000s type print. I used to see that a lot growing up, and I was always a fan of that style. I know they got this and a couple other colors if I'm not mistaken, but this hoodie kind of got me into the door of what they are, of what Sanity Forever is. And yeah, definitely a nice dope piece. I know they sold out and they had to restock it. That's how popular they were. So I wasn't the only one that got introduced to them by the hoodie itself. But definitely a good cool brand to check out. I know they have things such as jewelry, some pants, some jeans, some denim, some distressed denim as well. And I know they also offer the same graphic from the hoodie I was talking about into some shirts. Definitely a good site, good clothing brand to check out, especially because I know their prices are pretty flexible. That's Sanity Forever. Let's go ahead and move on to the third brand. Okay, so the third brand is kind of well known, I want to say. They have about 24.5 followers on Instagram, and the way I follow them or even heard about them is through Keezy, which is Haven Court, a YouTuber who has created his own streetwear brand, but he, I believe, collaborated in a certain jacket with Amulet Wear, and it was nice. It was pretty dope, I'm not gonna lie. Most of their pieces are very intricate, have like a sun fade dye that's pretty unique and is pretty known in his style. Looks very, very natural, looks very, very cool, and definitely brings like a special touch and detail to each of his pieces. He has jackets, crew necks, hoodies, and some of them he does have that dye, some of them he doesn't, but he definitely offers a lot of intricate, complex pieces, if that makes sense, with certain type of cuts, pockets, or unique details to each pieces to, you know, just give it its own little swag, if that makes sense. But Amulet Wear is definitely a place to check out. Definitely a little bit more on the expensive side. Dope clothing brand and dope unique complex pieces that I feel like anybody can appreciate, and I myself appreciate as well. So yeah, that is the, what's that, as a third brand. Let's go ahead and move on to the fourth one. Okay, so for the fourth brand, it's kind of like a clothing brand. I believe he does clothes. Let me go ahead and double check real quick. Yes, he has tees, but what I know him for is for certain like decorations. Like he calls them 3D puzzles. He has these 3D puzzles of different artists such as Frank Ocean, Kanye, Travis Scott that he 3D prints, and he has different colors to them, but they provide a good decoration for just like, you know, interior furniture design, if you will. So prices are definitely not too crazy, and again, it's something different that you don't really see every day. Like he has a Virgil cube. I was just seeing a Travis Scott one from like the Astro World one where he's like the gold face. He has a OVO 3D puzzle. He has a Kanye wallet. He even has a temporary off-white clock, but it's like a watch instead. So yeah, I didn't even mention their names, but I don't know how to pronounce it, but it's RAKITECHT. That is the fifth or fourth brand that I talked about. Let's go ahead and move on to the next. I don't know which number is next, but let's go ahead and move on to the next one. Okay, so the next brand is pretty well known already. I'm not gonna lie, they have over 150,000 followers on IG. They are called Artificial Fever. Artificialfever.com is how you would see other things on the website. I don't know how I even ran across them, but just their unique details and designs on, you know, secondhand vintage stuff. I'm a big jersey guy. I'm a big soccer fan, you know, football fan as well as far as jerseys. And I noticed that they do their own prints in some of these vintage jerseys or just vintage jackets, vintage hoodies in general. So they kind of take vintage clothing and they recycle them. In my opinion, it's genius, and it's a great way to keep on recycling most of these clothing pieces that we get, you know, stuck up on fast fashion, just getting rid of them left, right, and center. But yeah, Artificial Fever, definitely a dope brand, man. They got all sorts of stuff, even their own little collections aside from the secondhand vintage things that they have, but just their own clothing brands as well, hoodies, and I know they have some dad hats and camel hats as well that I've seen in their recent collection. But yeah, Artificial Fever, again, great dope brand. Love what they're doing, and just, yeah, love it. Let's go ahead and move on to the next brand. Okay, so the next brand is called We Are Righteous. I don't know how I came across this brand as well, like most of them. Definitely a low-key, almost well-known brand already. They got about 60,000 followers on the IGs, and I know they're getting ready to drop their new collection. But what caught my eye on this brand is normally always one item that usually catches my eye on some of these brands, but in this case it was the hoodie. Their hoodie was definitely something that reminded me of Greedy Unit's Dominican inspired hoodie that had all these different logos and and flags and symbolisms and symbols, that identified with the Spanish culture, Hispanic culture, New York culture, and Dominican Republic culture. And this is kind of the same vibe that I got with We Are Righteous. They have this one hoodie. It comes in pink, I believe, and this faded pink and this like faded off-white cream look, and they have a lot of different symbols in them and drawings that are very low-key, but they pop out in the right way to to give it its own unique, distinct look. I'm not sure if it was sold out already. Like I said, they're dropping a new collection soon. Cool creative process as well in their whole like collection rollout and whatnot. I could definitely appreciate that. The creativity levels into that and the videography in that is definitely something that always contributes to the overall product. I know they offer not just hoodies, but other items like jewelry, you know what I'm saying? But We Are Righteous, definitely worth a check. And yeah, let's go ahead and move on to the next brand. Okay, so the next brand is called, I don't know how to pronounce it, it's NOUBLIEPAS. I'm not even gonna try to pronounce it, but that's what it is. Sounds foreign for sure, but definitely low-key. They're just under 20,000 followers at 19.6 on IG. And I'm not gonna lie, again, what caught my eye is another hoodie. You know it's hoodie season. It's getting about that time where it's getting a little cold, it's getting a little windy. So a hoodie, it was like a red hoodie with a certain logo here that had NY something, and it was distressed on the sleeves, had a nice cool red orange faded look to it, and it had a message on the back of it, and it was kind of boxy but a drop shoulder, elongated but cropped just the right amount. Checked out the clothing brand, and they offer not just that hoodie but a couple others as well. They also kind of have some eyewear, some glasses, and they also have some track pants. As far as like, I want to say track pants, I'll probably say more like sweatpants, but they're more elongated, distressed. But overall, a great clothing brand in general. They have distinct, unique pieces from cardigans to glasses, like I mentioned before, to the sweatpants, which are elongated and much more wider, which is on trend with what's going on right now. And like I said, what caught my eye was the hoodie, which was unique in itself, with all the different details and layers that I could appreciate. So I could definitely appreciate a brand that has a lot of diversity in their collection. And again, I'm gonna say their brand is called NOUBLIEPAS. Definitely worth a check. And with that being said, let's go ahead and move on to the next brand. Okay, so the next brand is called Alex Clayton. Yeah, got put on by Mr. Bruce. Bruce dropped them off. He was wearing one of these jerseys. And again, I want to touch back with Artificial Fever, how it's basically secondhand vintage. Alex Clayton is kind of on the same wave. I believe he has his own brand collection as well, where he does his own tees. But what I saw him and what like most people know him for is these secondhand vintage jerseys that he recycles and puts his own creative drawing and design to it, which I don't even know how to describe it. It's like an acrylic wax chrome type look, which has been taken, which is this type of drawing. I'm gonna put it somewhere around the screen, but this type of drawing, just graphic design in general, has been taken over, as definitely like in the whole opium scene. I don't even know how to describe it, but it just looks cool. Like it's unique in itself, just by the colors and the sharp edges and details and the uniqueness. Like it's a one of one. You're never gonna find a replica of this. He's definitely from Europe because everything is in euros, and I'm not going to lie, most of his prices are like 400 euros and up there. So definitely pricey, especially for like a jersey type shirt. But I do plan on copping at least one of these shirts soon. Yeah, like he has like Man City, Inter, old school like Real Madrid shirts. I know he has Mexico jerseys as well. I don't know exactly where he's from, but like I said, he's definitely somewhere in Europe. He definitely has some that aren't. Nah, I'm not gonna lie, looking through his website, most of his stuff is sold out, again, because they are one of one. And he also has a couple that he's dropped in his own collection, but man, it just sells out so quickly. Like, that's how highly demanding these type of drawings are. So yeah, again, that's Alex Clayton, and let's go ahead and move on to the final brand, I believe. Okay, so the final brand is pretty local. This guy is actually somebody that one of my homeboys knows. My homeboy's homeboy. He's recently dropped a couple collections that caught my eye, definitely, as far as the whole rollout, the vision behind it, and just the very intricate, complex pieces as far as like certain cuts, dimensions and sizing, unique looks, and being able to mix and match fabrics with each other, like having a certain cut on a hoodie but replacing the sleeves with like a flannel or things of that nature, you know. Very inspired by old school retro soccer as well. And yeah, I could definitely appreciate the unique creativity behind all these different pieces. I know they have a collection coming up soon. I'm not sure when, but most of the pieces that I'm talking about right now have been out for a while, and most of them were very limited just because they're so hard to replicate. Clothing brand is called FF Facility. I know their website is something completely different, but super creative. I know they have multiple people working behind the scenes in this clothing brand based out in New York and Houston. Definitely worth a check out. Very low key. Yeah, that's FF Facility. I'm gonna go ahead and leave everybody's information in the description down below. But with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and close out this video. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Again, appreciate you guys if you guys stayed to this point, you know what I'm saying? I know I've been slacking. I know, let's not even go over it. More videos coming soon. And with that being said, I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.